There you go. Nope. Okay, right deck selected, so let's do this. This is the first round of the top 8 of the Steam Showdown. I'm up against Yondar and his grapple deck, which is something rather unique. You don't see it a whole lot of. It's a bit of Delirium and Enchant colors. Generally, aggro's very good against decks that have like grapple in the past and the enchantment he's running. I think I'll keep this. Not colorless. And do failure a bit iffy. But yeah. His deck basically has a bunch of graveyard interaction where you can bring cards back from the graveyard and also put a bunch of cards into the graveyard. But it all costs mana, which you usually don't have time, or you don't have the mana to spare against aggro. But this other half of the deck has a bunch of very cheap red removal spells and a bunch of good blockers. I'm just going to play the Free. He may remove it with the instant, but there we go. Yeah, Fairy Impulse. For some reason it doesn't let me play the card by clicking on it. Yeah, you cannot play the second one because this has 3 toughness. Does he play grapple? No. So it's quite clear that he has second Fiery Impulse. But what he can do is he can play another instant or sorcery and then Fire Impulse this one. Okay, rough. Instant, creature, land. So he's going to take 4 in his upkeep. He's actually going to attack first thing. Let's play the Smasher. Then he is down to 7, I think, because in his upkeep he takes another 4. And I can just store with these. He does really badly need a sorcery in his graveyard. Or an enchantment. Okay, so he's hoping to shuffle something. No Planeswalker will do it. Enchantment too. Place this. Okay. Declaration is really good. I don't want to die. And if he doesn't have like another instant speed removal for this, his creatures are going to come into play tapped. Oh, so also he also does it, but then he most likely cannot play. The bunch of tokens. Yeah, the second Thalia could be game winning here, because his creatures are going to come into play tapped. I mean, he can survive just based on the board. No, never mind, my guy has trample. My bad. Reality Smasher has trample. Well, he can... no. Oh yeah, the land activation actually does keep a lot, but then he loses a land. I mean, he can survive. Just has nothing left afterwards. This won't do him any good. He draws. Language doesn't do it. Yeah, I'd have to go through his cards to think what actually does it. I can't block it either way. Yeah, but Thalia still lives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I lose my Reality Smasher, but he goes down to 1 life. And I get to keep Thalia regardless. Now he has to deal with Thalia and 2 1/1 tokens. Also fly. He does have Ishkna in hand, obviously, and he plays it, but I got a bunch of tokens and all of his creatures come into play tap. So that should be first game for me. Actually it was pretty close, like if I didn't have the second failure or he had removal for it, especially cheap removal, he potentially could have been able to deal with this, but he didn't, so I won the first game. I got a few good draws, like the Declaration in Stone was really good. The second value ended up being pretty good because he had removal for the first one. Reality Smasher on trip was also very nice. Yeah, just barely was faster than him actually. He gets to start again, that's not something I want to keep. This seems much better. Sure. Okay, well, I basically wanna be drawing like another 1-drop in the land. So on turn 3 I can play like the 1-drop and keep warping Veil open. Because he has like a bunch of removal spells. Okay, a bit of a slow start for him. Okay, that's the 1-drop. Now we just need like planes or something. And then we would be good against the Sleeper. At least anything except Return of Kozilek. It's a pretty quick start for me, but he has the advantage of going first again. But yeah, if I get one more land here, it should be pretty good. He says double black. It's a bit rough. But what can you do? Let's play a spirit. I ideally need 2 lands. Yeah, she's going to have a field day, and if I place anything relevant, I'm going to have a hard time in this game. Also, I totally forgot to like sacrifice the Surfer Spirit here, but oh well. Killing 3 creatures is so huge. I wonder if I can still come back in this. I should get 3 of my creatures. I've been attacking her constantly. She's still at 2 loyalty. That was kind of rough, but that's the one of Mythic. Also would have been much different if I was the one. And not going to bother here. The damage doesn't really matter. That seems super defensive. Come on, land. Oh yes, please let me punish him. Oh god. I think that was a mistake here. Okay, now he needs to dig for something. I mean, she won't die at least this turn, unless he manages to lose him for some reason. Oh god, okay. Nothing relevant here either. Okay, I'm actually, all of a sudden, I'm almost back in this. Because of this language play he did. I mean, it's hard to blame him, because he had a second hand. I really want to draw a creature that doesn't die. Liliana's +1. That's not one of them. I'm not going to give him any more. Okay, so he's down 2 language. So he's no AoE left that kills. Do I not see her? Yeah, he's still like, he has 3 cards in hand, he can get some more. Okay, grab those. Gets the Sylvan Advocate. Doesn't choose it for some reason. I need like a declaration. I cannot attack. I'm not going to play another one. But just pass this one. Maybe the plan is to make a huge flying lifelinker. Maybe. I mean, I have a bunch of creatures. We will need 1 more land. Oh, great. Again, cannot kill her, sadly. I think I need to play my creatures at this point. Yeah, just drawing a ton of 1 toughness creatures against the turn 3 Liliana when he's on the play was pretty rough. Like, she single-handedly won him this game. Doesn't matter. I don't think I can come back in this one, you can just play this out. Yep, that's game. One. And not much I could have done differently there. Like, my hand was good, he just had a pretty good answer for it. And I missed the land drop. Yeah, Lily doing work. And it happens. Yeah, like I said, if I was on the play, this would have been a much different story. Just because I would have gotten the attack in first and my creatures would have gotten renown. By the time he could have played Lily, I would have had 3 creatures on the board, so immediately after killing one, she would have died. And I even had the Warping Veil and the Whatnot Seer against stuff. One land's not good enough. This is pretty bad. This is decent. And this time I'm on the play. Looks like we both mulligan down to 6. Now the planes. So we're good on lands for the rest of the game, except we need a colorless. Okay. Sure. I mean, he would have had to play it. He would have to play it before this resolves, but... okay, I'm basically hoping for Gideon and a colorless land. And then yes. Then we're looking solid despite this, but these are like the ideal draws. It's not something we really care about. Give me something playable, please. Wow. Sure. So he needs 2 more. Yeah, I'm guessing, I'm hoping the Mindwreck Demon kills him before I die to whatever. Seems kind of unlikely, but oh well. I can't cast anything. I've only drawn planes and colorless cards. No respect for Edison. But oh well. I mean, if he has absolutely nothing else, I do win, but he grapples. Land, instant, sorcerer, creature. Okay, at this point he doesn't take damage anymore. Now does he take creature, land, or okay. Another reclamation search. Well, usually these would be pretty horrendous, but I just so happen to draw even worse. And he doesn't even do anything because he's just dead to the creature he got back into his hand. Yeah, I lost this because of mana screw, well, mana screw / flood, whatever you wanna call it. Well, what can you do? I take 6, yeah. I'm down at 1. There's like no line of play which would allow me to do anything. Oh, nice. Maybe a bit late. Let's game. Too bad I had to end this way, but that's magic for you.